Welcome. My name is Dorottya Szabó, working at the National Archives of Hungary as a senior archivist. Previously, we had a first session about tricks how to trace your Hungarian roots. This is the second part, where we will talking about those types of documents that you may have at home, in the attic, in a cupboard, in a box, or if not you, maybe your family relatives do have them. I think the second basis before you start your online research is to collect certain family-related documents. It's also very important to search for them in or by your relatives. Please, if you have the possibility, scan your documents, family documents, and put it on an online folder. Invite your family members as well, because with this way you can reunite your family, or at least your family archives, virtually. In this session, we will talking about 7 types of sources you can find very useful before you start your actual research. So we will search for them now a bit, or we will discussing them a bit. They are mostly available at family homes, but not all. You will see it. First, certificates. These contain very rich data on certain family event, like birth or baptism, marriage or death, and sometimes also achievement in school, studying at a university. There are various registry books, and they are a basic source for your genealogical research. Second, certificates of origin. It is a very sad event why these certificates were issued during the 1940s. The reason why was the so-called Jewish laws in Hungary. It was mandatory to collect genealogical data and make a small family tree proving the family's origin. If your family have kept these certificates, then you can use it, because a small family tree can be a very good start. Third, obituaries. They were issued in printed form from the 19th century. They tell you a lot of information about the deceased person and the deceased person's family members as well. They can tell you a lot about the connection of the family members and the deceased person. They will give you the hint in which cemetery the deceased person was buried, which is also a very important, vital information. I think in Hungary, many families kept these obituaries for themselves. Mine did it too, for example. But in case you cannot find an obituary in your own family archive or in your expanded family archive, there is a very useful online database where you may find new relatives according to their names. This online database is built by the National Széchenyi Library, and the database is available from their webpage as well as from the familysearch.org webpage. Fourth, family Bibles or prayer books. the family member's birth or any anniversary, like anniversary of somebody's marriage or death, can be found sometimes at the last pages of a family Bible or a prayer book. Why is that so? Because most of the families were religious until the 20th century in Hungary. And it was a custom, and it is still a custom in Hungary, to kind of order a holy mass or commemorational ceremony for the soul of family member who has such an anniversary. And a Bible or a prayer book was very good to write these data in. So this is why I recommend you to look at the last pages of your family Bible or prayer book if you have some. Fifth, private files of your family. If you are lucky enough to find family records, they may contain family correspondence, photographs, testaments, papers about jurisdictional cases, papers relating to properties. And if you're more lucky, then maybe you will find also some collected family data among these records. I was lucky enough to find a small family tree when I was starting my private genealogical research. One distant member of my family created 5 or 6 generations wide family tree. And even though I was able to expand it with more generations, I feel that I was very lucky to have that. Sixth, already made genealogical research. This topic has many connections to the previous one. So if one of your family members made a small family tree, it is possible that he or she wrote it down, made a conclusion about the research results, or even wrote a memoir about the search results and included his or her own experiences in life. Again, a personal addition that this year, as a birthday present, I was given 2 memoirs for my parents, so I have a paternal and a maternal memoir now. They are very great to read. They shed new light on certain family events I was already aware of, but still I know now a bit more. So please search for them or ask your relatives to write them, because they will be a very great and emotional resources for your research. One small hint is that these memoirs or written collection of data can give you only one perspective on a course of event. Seventh and last, cemetery databases. Certain graves and headstones can give you also very important information for your genealogical research. I am aware of the fact that you may not live in Hungary, and it could be quite hard to travel to Hungary, especially in these pandemic times. But if you have relatives who are still living here, or family members or friends, I think it is also a way to start your genealogical research, to contact them and ask them to visit those graveyards where your family members were buried. Please ask them, if you do so, to make some photographs of the graves themselves. The carvings can reveal a lot. And if possible, please ask them also to contact with the cemetery database. Some of them are offline, others are online. These databases can tell you a lot about a grave site, even if the site is no longer available or no longer visible or difficult to access. And if you made these preparatory researches, questionnaires, then I think you are well prepared for your online research. Thank you.